What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got the 3-0 Rutgers taking on 3-0 number 2 Michigan. Should be a very good matchup, and we're going to be going over the keys to the game plus my prediction, and we're going to be going over the strengths and the weaknesses to both Michigan and Rutgers and what we should expect in this game. And we also got some injury updates for Michigan as they will be without a defensive tackle. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so it is the undefeated Rutgers Scarlet Knights coming in town to Ann Arbor to take on number 2 Michigan, also undefeated. Should be a very interesting matchup. Both teams have blown out their opponents up to this point, and Rutgers, this is going to be a nice little test for this Michigan team as they open up Big Ten play. It is a much improved Rutgers team. They look a lot better this season. Right now, the spread is Michigan favorited to win by 24 points, and they also have an 84.9% chance to win according to the matchup predictor. Rutgers, on the other hand, they have a 15.1% chance to win. And I also wanted to talk about some statistics, as both Rutgers and Michigan's defense ranks high nationally in defensive statistics. Michigan, they have the number 1 scoring defense, allowing just 5.3 points per game, and they have only allowed 1 touchdown all season, and that 1 touchdown came in the 4th quarter against UNLV against Michigan's backups. So Michigan's starters, they have not allowed a touchdown yet this season. Rutgers, on the other hand, they ranked number 7 in scoring defense, allowing just 10 points per game. And then Michigan also ranks number 2 in total defense, allowing just 222.3 yards per game, and Rutgers ranks number 19th in total defense, allowing just 272.7 yards per game. So both these defenses coming in are very, very good. But I also want to know your guys' thoughts on this game. What's your guys' score predictions? I will be giving mine later in the video, but comment down below, how do you guys think this game is going to go? Obviously Michigan struggled with Bowling Green last game, and they played very, very sloppy. We'll go ahead and talk about that later, but I first want to start by previewing this Rutgers team. So they have beaten Northwestern 24-7 to open up the season. They beat Temple 36-7, and they beat Virginia Tech last weekend 35-16. They've definitely played better competition up to this point than Michigan. Now this Rutgers defense has already forced 6 total turnovers, including 5 interceptions and 1 fumble. Rutgers has only turned it over 2 times by 2 fumbles, and their quarterback, Gavin Wimsatt, has not thrown an interception up to this point. Now last year he had issues with interceptions, however this year he has yet to throw one. Now he isn't too accurate with 10 plus yards away, but he is good with throwing balls away when he needs to. He also runs it. He is a very good mobile quarterback, and his accuracy within 10 yards is much better than last year. Now the strength of the Rutgers offense is obviously their rushing attack. They have a mobile and scrambling quarterback out of Gavin Wimsatt, and they also have Kyle Manungai, who rushed for 143 yards and 3 touchdowns against Virginia Tech, including a 55-yard touchdown against them. And right now he does lead the Big Ten with 357 rushing yards, and he has 5 rushing touchdowns. And that is really the key to this Rutgers offense. If they are able to run the ball with their quarterback and with their great running back, it's going to be a tough challenge for Michigan, and that is one of the keys for Michigan's defense, is to stop Rutgers' rushing attack. If they can do that, they will be perfectly fine in this game. And I think Michigan's defense game plan going in is to force Wimsatt to throw the ball. Right now on the season, Wimsatt is 34 of 66 with 470 yards, 407 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now compared to JJ McCarthy, he is 56 of 68, 701 yards, 7 touchdowns, and of course the 3 interceptions against Bowling Green last weekend. Then as far as some wide receivers for Rutgers, they have Christian Dremel, they have Isaiah Washington, and they have Jaquay Jackson, who currently leads with 5 receptions and 99 yards in the receiving room for Rutgers this season. As far as the Rutgers defense, we've talked about the statistics. They are very good statistically than what Michigan has gone up to, obviously, up to this point this season. Their defensive line, they have depth. They are able to rotate 8 to 10 guys on the defensive line. They have a lot of guys on the edge that are good, like Aaron Lewis, Wesley Bailey, and also senior Mo Toure, who led them in sacks in 2021. And they also have 2 good linebackers out of Jennings and Powell. And their biggest question mark on defense is their safeties. They lost some guys from last year's team, so that is a question mark for them. So that's a little preview on Rutgers. And as far as Michigan, they obviously beat East Carolina 30-3, beat UNLV 35-7, and they beat Bowling Green 31-6. While JJ McCarthy has balled out in the first 2 games of the season, having one of the best completion percentages in all of college football. He had a tough game last game against Bowling Green, going 8 for 13 at 143 yards. Did have 2 touchdowns, but he threw 3 interceptions. Going to need a much improved JJ McCarthy against Rutgers, and it will obviously help to have Jim Harbaugh back on the sidelines. But Michigan had a sloppy game. They had 4 turnovers. However, their defense did force 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and 1 fumble recovery. There's no doubt Michigan's defense, they are going to keep them in a lot of games if their offense is not playing good. And I expect Michigan's defense to continue playing well against Rutgers. I think the biggest question mark is seeing how this offense of Michigan performs against this really good Rutgers defense. Donovan Edwards on the season, he has struggled. He only had 50 yards last game on 9 carries. Blake Corum has started to pick it up. He had his first 100-yard rushing game against Bowling Green, 12 carries, 101 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Right now, he has 6 touchdowns on the season with 254 rushing yards. And as far as Michigan's wide receiver core, their number 3 guy is Tyler Morris. He's starting to pick it up. Obviously, their tight end Colston Loveland and the Indiana transfer AJ Barner. But Roman Wilson and Cornelius Johnson have led the way for Michigan's wide receivers. They both had a touchdown against Bowling Green. Cornelius Johnson on the season has 224 yards, 13 receptions for 1 touchdown, and Roman Wilson has 12 receptions for 209 yards and 6 touchdowns on the season. He just finds a way to get open. So here are the keys to the game for Michigan if they want to, win this game, but not only that, but blow Rutgers out and prove that they are the number 2 team in the country and potentially number 1. The first key is for Michigan's defense. They have got to stop the run against Rutgers. That is going to be their game plan. Rutgers trying to run the ball with Kyle Monunga, and also Michigan has to contain Gavin Wimsatt and try to force him to throw the ball, as he does not have a very good completion percentage on the season. So that's the main key for Michigan's defense, and I think the main key for Michigan's offense is to assert their dominance in the run game, use that offensive line, and also let JJ McCarthy sling the ball. I know he had 3 interceptions last game, but just let him play his game. Jim Harbaugh has already said that he wants him to continue to sling the ball out there. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. I do want to go over some injury updates for Michigan, and the first one is Mason Graham. He appeared to injure his hand during a Bowling Green, and he may be out against Rutgers Saturday, so don't plan on him playing against Rutgers. He will be out for a while. But Michigan, they do have depth on the defensive line. It'll be more playing time for Cam Good and also Rashawn Benny. In Michigan, they still have Kenneth Grant, Chris Jenkins, and Jalen Harrell has been playing very good on the defensive line at the edge. And Michigan has Josiah Stewart and also Derek Moore and also Braden McGregor. I mean, they have so much talent on the defensive line. It is crazy. And we should see Will Johnson and Makari Page starting for Michigan on the defense. So that is hopefully a good sign for Michigan. And also Rod Moore that is a question mark. He is still working through his injury, but Keon Sabb has been playing very good in his role. But yeah, now let's go ahead. I want to give my score prediction. Let me know in the comment section down below your guys' score prediction to this game, and I am actually going to go 31-10 Michigan. I think it might be a closer game than people think, but then Michigan ultimately pulling away in the second half and in the fourth quarter. Now, do keep in mind, Michigan has not played any starters, or at least all of their starters, in the fourth quarter yet. So depending on what the score is against Rutgers, I think we may see our starters and J.J. McCarthy continue playing through the fourth quarter, as this should be a very good test for Michigan. But let me know in the comment section down below your guys' score predictions and how you guys think this game will go. But other than that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.